Hey everyone, and welcome to the studio recap session for the song Typical American Moron. You let me know in the comments if you think that's a clever name. Anyway, the song starts off with a beat. This beat. The song has two parts, a verse and a chorus, and technically a coda. So pretty simple song. Now, the guitarist decided to record a riff over that, and they came up with this. And so on. So you get that. Now, the bass player decided to essentially double that riff, and we got this. Right. Now, the bass player does all kinds of weird variations on that, so it's not always just playing a straight riff all the way through it. But we come to the first chorus, and if you listen to the drum beat, you know, the drum beat's pretty similar to the verse. It's the same accents and everything. This is the beat for the chorus. So that type of thing. So it's very similar to the verse. So the guitarist decided to do a slightly different part so that it wouldn't sound as monotonous, and came up with this. So that's what we got for a chorus. So there's the two parts of the song. The bass player, once again, essentially doubled the guitar player on the chorus. So that's basically the song. You get those two alternating parts. Now, there was a coda. There was a coda towards the end. I believe that's right here. And it sounds like this. So there you go. That's a whopping 4 bars. So it's pretty hard to have a simpler structure than this. Verse, chorus, coda, right? There's no middle eighth. There's no guitar solo. There's no, third chorus. It's just that. There's no intro, nothing. So pretty simple format. Now, for those that are interested for the guitar sound, because this is a session where we did the guitar and the bass, the guitar sound, as always, comes out of a Boss Katana, of all things. I hate the sound of this thing, but I've done videos on that. Not a very good sound. Very, very fizzy sound. I mean, technically, don't get me wrong, it's a good amp, it's a good practice amp, and it's loud, it's 100 watts or whatever, but, in terms of having a great sound that sounds like a tube amp, it really, really falls short. Anyway, so how we recorded it, the sound comes out of that, and it goes into a different speaker. Now, for this song, Typical American Moron, it's going into an Eminence Swamp Thang. That's a more modern-sounding speaker. I believe that's Eminence's speaker that's technically meant for 7-string guitars, because it's got that, I believe, it supposedly has that real low end, to it, where it can reproduce those notes and everything well. Now, we're miking it with a Sennheiser MD 421, technically 421 Mark II, and it's in the halfway position. So once again, if this is the center of a speaker cone, that's the center, that's the edge, it's in the halfway position, so midway between the center and the edge. Kind of strange place to record, but this is all part of like a big sort of testing protocol for that. So anyway, that's how we get it. Now, this is what the actual guitar sounds like. I can just turn everything off. So that's the Swamp Thing recorded through an MD421. So it sounds pretty decent. There's actually no EQ on this. So normally you would want the sound a little bit brighter. You would record the mic would be more to the middle of the speaker cone. But that's what we did there. Now, there's one other weird thing that I'm doing this time around, and I'm sure the guitarist is going to kill me when he hears this, but here's the deal. We actually recorded 2 takes of guitar on this song. So it's not a double track, you know, where you put like a right and a left. That's not this. These are just 2 separate takes. And same for the bass guitar. We kept 2 takes. They're obviously not meant to be used together. They're just meant to have 2 different performances, so you could decide which one's better and possibly hybridize them together to make like a master track. Anyway, what I'm doing to try and kind of spice things up a bit on this song is just for this video, I've panned them right and left, and I'm playing them both at the same time. So even though the album is not going to sound like this, the final recording is not going to sound like this, because the guitarist hates double tracking. He wants things to be authentic. He wants one performance. He wants to be able to reproduce it live, you know, whatever. Hey, each to their own. So that's fine, but for the purposes of this video, I'm double tracking the guitar, and I'm double tracking the bass. I mean, no one ever does this. I panned the 2 takes, hard right, hard left. So here is the entire song. If I turn on the drums, there we go. From the top, with a weird imitation double track guitar and a double track bass. This is typical American Moron, at least what we have of it so far. And there you have it. That's the song. So hopefully you found that interesting. Interesting song in the sense that it's stripped down, basic structure, basic instrumentation, only a couple of takes, pretty simple. It's hard to get any more stripped down than this. Hopefully you found this interesting. Thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.